Thank you. Hello, good morning. Nice to be here. I'm very happy to be invited and to tell you something about our journey with helmade on the one hand, but also some of the experience I've made over the last years when it comes to mass customization business models. And the most exciting one, and I really felt in love with, and I also brought some insights, is NIKEiD. So I worked for the Nike brand, responsible for digital. NIKEiD was part of it. But now, since a couple of years, since 2015, founded my own company named helmade, handmade, and we are a true customization business. That's at least what we're aiming for. So, but before I can step into the concept, I really need to tell you who we are. So I brought a bit of meat when it comes to the founders, the teams, the idea behind it. And then, as I mentioned already, the insights, and of course also talking about the opportunity of mass customization. This is who we are, how we see ourselves. So we're really aiming for and eager to represent this mass customization, a true digital mass customization business model, meaning profitable, scalable, and not being for a few. And what we landed on as a vision, and this never changed since 2015, it's to become the #1 destination for individualized helmets. And as you might know, it's quite a niche topic, and to become #1 in something which is so niche might not be that difficult, but I tell you it's not, because to come to our mission, we really need to achieve this to first create desire and demand for customized or individualized helmets, because it's non-existing. It's existing in motorsports. We all know helmets from Michael Schumacher and from all the ones, Ayrton Senna. Everyone has a helmet design in mind, but not for the many people. This is what we set up as a visual identity for us as a brand. You see there are some elements in here which are also quite connected to mass customization. So the whole design aspect to stand for stylish design and really represent a design-born company. Also, the digital part of it, of course, the innovation. Everything has to be digitally connected, and I'll tell you later what we came up with in order to achieve that. This is it. This is basically the core of what we do. It's a web configurator, WebGL-based. You can check it out now using your mobile, and it will really give you the opportunity to customize your helmet in 3D. So it's really close to the product. We spend gazillions of hours to check lacquered samples with what you see on screen in order to make it really close to the actual product. Yeah, and we are the only ones doing this since 2015, and of course quite an invest also in terms of our own network to make sure that we pull off something which is really unique and put a stamp on product configurators. And now we see WebGL used more and more. You see in the automotive industry, for example, more and more customization options coming to life using WebGL as a technology base. This is something which we really want to stay true to. We are digital and we want to stay digital. So meaning whatever comes to life as part of what we do should be digitally connected. We're thinking about adding some more services like a digital fitting service and so on and so on. And the whole concept has to have a digital focus and DNA in all we do. Yeah, we also got recognized by some others and in the industry, in the digital industry, a couple of years ago, but still they see it as something recognizable when it comes to product configurators. Also, the media got it right. We are really here to revolutionize an industry. That's at least what we're aiming for. We want to change the way your idea, maybe, if you have an idea, if you're a motorcyclist or a bicycle rider, your idea of buying helmets. So what if in the future there will always be this one more opportunity if you can get a customized helmet if you order via helmade. And also to introduce you to the team, it's our core team, 3 people. It's me personally. I worked on for a couple of brands before, always focused on digital and really fell in love with the idea of mass customization. And one was, and I will come back to it, NIKEiD. So NIKEiD for helmets is, if some people say this to me, then that's definitely true. And then there's our good soul, and Sabrina, she's worked in fashion. She's really bringing some more insights, value when it comes to style trends, and that we really try to be up to date and also stay flexible towards certain target groups, which are quite wide. And my little brother, Robin, 10 years younger, and he's the designer and also a good digital developer, so he's really making sure that the experience is in good progress and enhanced furthermore. Our way to get to this is a combination between, of course, a passion for motorsports, but also the professional experience when it comes to mass customization business models. I don't want to run into all the details, but that was our journey from some digital projects, then coming up with the idea of why not doing this, what's working in other industries for helmets. And if you look at the target groups, then it kind of describes the differency. And if you look at the helmet design affinity, as I mentioned earlier, there's the motorsport enthusiast. Everyone knows helmet designs, aiming for a helmet. A young kart rider wants to have a painted helmet, not the white ones. And interesting target group because they are willing to pay a significant bunch of money for a customized helmet. On the other hand, we have the action sports sector, which we're not addressing right now to that extent. We're doing this per request, but we don't have a sports category on helmet.com yet. We are about motorsports, motorcycle and scooter vintage helmets right now. The street part is an interesting one, and this is really something which we, of course, are already in, but we want to get through this and make it really work for this, because the price point, the people are willing to pay significantly less money compared to motorsports, so we have to find production ways in order to customize helmets to a way lower price point. So it's Laura, living in Berlin, and she's a scooter enthusiast. She loves her Vespa on her way to university, so she's definitely in our target group. But completely different is the, let's say, marketing consultant, and he's building, customizing bikes. And he also wants to have something which is more individual than a helmet out of the shelf. And these guys, they don't have money, but they race and they love Valentino Rossi, and they also have to have a customized helmet. So they basically put all their money in things like a helmet, a bike, the boots, the equipment, and so on. And a complete, let's say, our core target group when it comes to the price point and also the affinity for helmet design are these guys, the young racers, karting, but also two wheels racing. They know what we're talking about when we mean a helmet design. Here you see the variety of different type of people to talk with. And so our job is really to make something which is super niche, which is known by only a few. I mean, if I'm a motorsport enthusiast, I know an airbrusher, painter around the corner. But if not, then you better come to helmade. When you look into the opportunity or the potential of mass customization, then this is out of a study, and if you search for valuable information around mass customization, then you immediately see there's not a lot existing. And there was a time when mass customization was pushed into the area where everyone felt it's a trend. I will come to that point in a second, but these are some numbers. So 36%, for example, of consumers, they are expressed an interest in buying a personalized product if someone would offer it to them. 1 of 5 who expressed an interest is willing to pay an up of 20%. So think about the discussion about price points, the e-commerce truths, the daily challenge everyone has. It's about the pricing, it's about price comparison, not in this world. 42% of consumers would rather let this service offered, provided to them by brands. Think about that, there's a huge opportunity. We are building our own brand, but we are also, and I will come to that, we are also enabling mass customization businesses for existing brands in the helmet industry. I will come to that in a second. And 22% of consumers are happy to share some data. So, and you see some of the very successful business models where you have like curated shoppings. It's happening, and in this world as well. So tell me, know me to serve me. Tell me what I want. And this is definitely true, and it's not a trend. Customized products are existing throughout all industries, some more, some less. What I can tell you is that if people are seeing something happening in one area of their life, they expect it in all the others happen as well. Meaning, if you can customize your bike online, why the hell should I not be able to customize my helmet? Just thinking about that, and this story continues. I already mentioned the high price, or the willingness to pay a significantly higher price, which is of course quite interesting. And therefore, and this is also one of our goals, is we are talking about a profitable, scalable business model, which is not meant to be an additional service or a nice marketing tool. And if you offer mass customized product or customized products, then our intention, our goal is really to play a role in certain areas of life. And this is something which I really took with me over the last years, because I really think there's a lot of value in this one. It's about all these areas of life where a customized product can play, or customized service can play a huge role in. Yes, it's about digital. Yeah, it has to be shareable. And what I share if I'm not sharing a customized experience, something which is really unique and personal to me. The personalization part, yes, it's getting something as a one-off design. Absolutely, it's very important that the people you buy from, that even if our configurator is allowing you to choose out of different design templates, people trust in us that the base design is totally spot on. What they add is their personal signature, their colors, their finishing, and so on, and therefore they also buy a good design, and they are not, they're even not able to create something ugly, you know. And this is also the concept of NIKEiD. Whatever comes out of it, you might like the colors or not, but in core, the design as a whole is a Nike design, and it's nice. And this is an insight I brought you. It's a campaign we ran at that time, and it really shows that, and this is something I can tell you, and it's something which is also spread out loudly, that NIKEiD is definitely everything else but a marketing tool. It started as a revolutionizing concept when Mark Parker thought about, okay, can we find something which has the power to revolutionize an industry? That was the starting point in 1999 for NIKEiD. It was never intended to be something crazy, something playful, enjoyable, and then stopping it a couple of years after. So what Nike has realized is this demand of customized products throughout different target groups, not only the athletes. So in my case, the case of my own company, the motorsport guys, not only in these, but if you ask, if you feel a little closer, then everyone comes up with, yes, if this would be possible to a certain price point, amazing, I will do it. Why should I buy something which is not unique to me? So check this out. So you should hear a nice sound, but I will do the voiceover. So this is basically a campaign we run. It's super simple. It just shows the the richness of a mass customization business model, because that campaign was going out 2 weeks before this product hit the market in all doors, all sporting good facilities as a normal product in one colorway. So using NIKEiD, using a mass customization business model could also be interesting to preheat the market, create excitement about a new product to be launched. And of course, this is connected to retail experience. As it basically shows what we as helmade in the future are aiming for. But I just wanted to bring this with you, and what you should take with you is mass customization business model for most of the companies, the ones doing it right, is a true business model, a profitable business model, and not supported by a marketing budget and to keep it up. I will stop here, because without sound it's not that nice. But to come back to the point of what it means to enable mass customization, for us that definitely means that we cannot come up with our own products. We have our own brand, white label products from day one. But we are there also for the helmet industry. So we reached out to all major helmet brands and we offered them the opportunity to enable mass customization. And so far, and that's really good news, is over 4 years we convinced one brand to integrate the Configurator on their website, which is Bell Helmets, the US brand, Bell. And this really turned out to be a game changer for us. And this is spot on when we talk about our vision to achieve and to enable mass customization for the helmet industries. And now we're working on other integrations. So of course, we're talking to all these product partners, but that was only possible after a couple of years of really building up a brand, building up trust, being a trustful partner, handling the products right. And we often talk to customers, but also to other helmet dealers or manufacturers, and we know the products. Sometimes we know the products even better because we have to disassemble them, paint them, put them back together, and so on and so on. So if you do this, then you know the product quite well, and that is something which helps us now to scale the business. This is what we do to produce. I will come to something which might be not that sexy, and when it comes to helmet painting, yes, it's cool. I hope you have the idea of someone doing very fine, very fine craftsmanship, and it's true, combined with some other techniques. But the production side of things is crucial if you want to enable a mass customization business model. I talked about the scooter enthusiast, the cyclist, or whatever, the price points. So we really had to embrace this world as well. I was no helmet painter. I was definitely no helmet painter. I painted helmets yesterday because I had to do this in order to understand the production side. If you're not completely getting this point, you will never be able to make this a profitable business. And then another important aspect is the dimensions in terms of the business dimensions in terms of customization. The pinnacle part will always be something which we're aiming for. It's like 100% completely individual artworks, your design, your whatever you want, whatever you wish, material you want, chrome, whatever. And the ones we produce in handmade from our website. So really high quality helmets. The middle part is something we are looking into more and more. So combining the handmade way with different other techniques, like for example, decals, water slide decals. So different other ways to produce the helmet or customize the helmet a more efficient way. What's also very interesting, and I will give you one example from another company I worked for, is simple customization. So what if, and some are doing this already, what if you can buy the product like anywhere else, but we will make sure that we add a nice signature to the product. We will add, in the sense of a motorcyclist, the blood type. It's true, they do this. And some other nice features to make a product which is available anywhere else, but to make it a bit more personal. Simple customization, it's a huge field. It's additional service which is in some cases easy to add. But to give you one example of simple customization from IKEA, it's it lives with a front-end experience. And the reason for this is there was a clear business need. Everyone knows Kallax, or the shelf, the Kallax shelf. And there are boxes, multiple boxes for this Kallax shelf available. But people, everyone, myself, you simply don't get it, that you can customize, you can personalize the Kallax by adding more or different inserts. And you will never get and store the possibility to see it the way you want. So this is basically the solution to it. A smart configurator, a very easy configurator where people can add inserts to an existing product, simple customization. And through this, what I can say is that this is a massive win for the entire business, because people are digitally enabled and brought in the position to see what they get, and that's it. It's simple customization, so customization doesn't need to be highly complex. Coming back to us and what we do with the helmet manufacturers, and I don't want to run through all these streams, but they are B2B. Talking about mass customization, even if you have a running B2C front end, there will always be, or has always to be a B2B dimension to it, because you are able to offer your service to others. That's the only way, at least for us, the only way to have the chance to put a stamp, or to have a chance to have an impact in an entire industry is if you create a branded service to be integrated in other websites. And that's the biggest step for us moving forward, making sure that we take it from the Bell integration to others. And we're discussing this right now. So there are a couple of big helmet brands interested, some concrete, some less concrete, but we are in a good position now, because the first integration, that's at least how I feel it, is always the hardest. So, and why? Because one thing I mentioned already, we treat the products and the brands well. We're not dealing with discounts, we're not running to troubles because we're delivering too late. People and the business itself is really allowing us to do business on a premium level, a healthy business. And that is also connected to mass customization in general. Of course, we are also profiting from all the build-up things. We have almost all existing brands and products 3D visualized and brought into our configurator. So we basically got to a situation where it potentially would be easy to switch on further integrations, but it was a hard way, of course, to get to this point. And again, stressing this because we could be the nice creative digital whatever partner in crime and offering a nice configurator and here, but that's not the whole story. The whole story, the full story of mass customization is really is linked to an end-to-end process and an end-to-end experience. So we cannot go after bicycle helmets if we're not getting this shit done. That's the point, and we are working hard on realizing ways which are more efficient. And last but not least, also a nice component to it, of course, if you do this right, if you're creating a blueprint for the helmet industry, if you maybe also put your stamp on a certain industry, then it's just feels right to think about something which goes beyond the helmet industry's future, but something we have to have in mind when we want to make this a successful company and organization. So to sum it up, or at least give you some of the, let's say, challenges or tasks on the way which we have right now, yes, it needs our full commitment, continuously commitment towards this concept and digital business model, which we really think has the power to change an industry. And we will further develop the website. We will make it easier for people to customize their helmets, to find inspiration, but we will go after sports, meaning bicycle, snow, and certain other categories which are highly, sometimes really niche. We've painted skydive helmets. Yeah, there's no one in the world who offers customized skydive helmets. And we don't want to create our own skydive helmet, but we talk to the one company which is really good in skydive, designing, producing skydive helmets. And what we will do is we will offer them customization. We will, as I said, continue prototyping, making sure that we get the price point down. So if you now look at our website and you feel like, shit, this is too expensive, then come back a couple of months later, please. And yeah, and as I said to you earlier, that the mass customization business model really lives with this idea of playing a role in certain areas of life, and that's why we have to continue to establish helmade as a brand. So I'll leave you with our manifest. This is a big manifest in the working space we are, where it's quite dusty and stuff. Yeah, there's painting going on, and success, even given as we see it, it's earned, and no matter where. I mean, there are the guys painting, producing, and we're really trying to incorporate this as a whole and making this one unique concept. And of course, some tears as well, I can tell you, many tears. But overall, yeah, let's think about this, or the idea of mass customization, and specifically enabling mass customization. So not starting to think only B2C, but also the B2B opportunities. So how can you come in as a branded service and turn things around and offer people a more unique experience? So let's customize our future. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Christian Möhring, for introducing us to mass customization business models. Once again, I ask for a little bit of patience because I assume you're willing to answer some questions out of the audience. So if there's something burning, is that a raising? Okay, I come to you.
Hi, well, it's loud. My name is Gareth. I work at Hitwise. Nice to meet you. I'm a motorcyclist, so this is very interesting to me. I ride a custom motorcycle as well, so it's I didn't know you guys were around, so I'll be looking you up. I guess my question is more based around retention and scale, right? I think I've got 4 helmets at home. I want to buy more, but my wife will kill me because there's no space for them. So with that in mind, and with customized helmets in mind in particular, what do you see in terms of volume of return business, and what is there a kind of a strategy in place to retain and scale existing customers?
There's one. It's still a lifesaver and a safety product. So meaning the recommendation, also tested recommendation from the manufacturers towards the customer is you should buy a new helmet every or after 5 to 7 years, depending on the type of helmet. But after 5 years, the interior, the foam, is not doing the job anymore. So 5 years, and then you have to buy a new helmet. What we see, and of course what we intend, is to really, if you think about the ladies here, so think about the expression of like a girl's handbag. This is something which we want to add to the business. So we have customers already who have not only one helmet, and they have let's say they have not one bike. Yes, and this is of course happening, but then we are not talking about mass and about the majority of our clients. Definitely not. So yeah, it's something for which, and that's why we have to put so much value in, because you're not buying a new helmet after 1 year or 2 years, maybe after 3 or 4.
That's a really interesting piece, actually, and the fact that we all drop them as well, which means that we have to go out and buy a new one. Maybe that's what I should do with mine. I should start dropping them so I can get some new ones. Is that something that you'd feed into your CRM platform? And then kind of understanding when people are buying them, so you kind of know when to reach out again?
Yeah, if we wouldn't be a startup or in a startup position, if I would have all the resources out there, then CRM is a big topic.
Question answered? Thank you very much. So more questions. We still have a couple, 2 minutes maybe for questions. So one in the audience. I have a cynical question that might not be related to the business side of you, but why do skydivers need helmets? I mean, if something goes wrong, is there any chance the helmet really helps them?
I think it makes the experience to jump out of a plane even better.
Okay, yeah. It relates, it reminded me of the joke, why do kamikaze pilots need helmets? But joking aside, any more relevant question? Like there was a hand, but that was just random. No more questions? Then I would say thank you very much and a big round of applause again for Christian Möhring from helmade, and good luck to that success story. I definitely... You want to add something?
No, just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you very much.